Hello again, YouTubers, almost SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with SpongeBob News. Today is June 22nd, 2025. It's been a while since I did one of these videos, but we just got too much news. I have to cover it. Okay, so I just got back from a trip to Europe this month, June 2025. It's been a fantastic trip. And now let's take a look at some SpongeBob news, shall we? So we start off first with the winners of the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2025, which was held last night, June 21st, 2025. And of course, the headline is that SpongeBob won favorite cartoon once again. So we'll just skip everything here because all we want to see is this favorite cartoon, SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, there we go, guys. That's the first new news that we have. We kind of already expected this to be happening, and of course, it is now confirmed. SpongeBob has won Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2025 favorite cartoon. Fantastic. Okay, so now we come to stuff about the SpongeBob Movie 4. Here we are in Deadline.com. All sources are linked in the description box below, so you guys can read at your leisure. But for now, let's take a look at this article. Regina Hall, Sherry Cola, Arturo Castro, George Lopez, and Ice Spice join cast of the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants as Paramount premieres opening act and Smurfs footage. Okay, very exciting. So we now have a couple more names that will be providing voices for SpongeBob Movie 4. And this was announced at a presentation during the Annecy International Animation Film Festival on Tuesday, June 10th probably. Okay, so the studios had a busy 6 months ahead of the release of Smurfs in July and the SpongeBob movie in December. So produced by Paramount Pictures with Nickelodeon Movies in association with Domain Entertainment and MRC, the movie will be released in the United States on December 19th, 2025. Director Derek Dryman, who has worked on the SpongeBob franchise on and off for more than 2 decades, also took to the stage to introduce the premiere of the first act of the film. It's like coming home, he said, before going on to talk about the artwork for the spooky underwater setting of the latest installment. The exclusive footage of the first act sets the scene for SpongeBob's latest adventure after he reaches the height of 36 clams and is allowed into the Big People's Fairground Park. So they don't measure it in inches or centimeters, they measure it in clams, apparently. There he bumps into Mr. Krabs, who tells him that there is more to being grown up than height, and regales him with a tale of his adventures at sea. SpongeBob hits on the idea of getting his swashbuckler certificate, but in the process, he unwillingly summons the spirit of the Flying Dutchman. So we do have a lot of innocent kid vibes here, which reminds me of Camp Coral. And summons the spirit of the Flying Dutchman. Sounds like Revenge of the Flying Dutchman to me. The evil seaman, voiced by Mark Hamill, abducts SpongeBob and Patrick Star with the aim of using them to break a curse on his back. So, of course, our favorite voice actors will be reprising their roles. Tom Kenny returns, Clancy Brown, Roger Bumpus, Bill Fagerbakke, Carolyn Lawrence, and Mr. Lawrence. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. Seems like everything is going on just right here. We also have this article on Collider.com. The SpongeBob Movie Search for SquarePants director explains the 26-year-old rules for animating SpongeBob. Now, this is a pretty long interview, so I am just going to skip through to some main points, and you can read it at your leisure. Hotel Transylvania was Derek Dryman's first film that he directed, and he gave him that experience and confidence to work on this SpongeBob Movie 4. What makes SpongeBob special is what makes him just like everyone else, and that is something that is kind of implied. Sometimes I can't really express why I like SpongeBob so much, and that's true. This quote, he's this innocent kid who's kind of naive, dances through life, and that is absolutely true. A lot of it is about friendship and fitting in and wanting to belong. We do have a artwork here. I'm not sure if this is the same one that was shown during the film festival presentation or if it was available before, but yeah, when you're directing a SpongeBob movie and someone comes in trying to do something or add something to the character or there are certain rules, well, he says it's not so locked down, but there are certain things, characteristics of SpongeBob, whether it's the animation style of SpongeBob, the way SpongeBob moves and all that kind of jokes they tell, including Patrick, who is supposed to, be the dumb character and all that. What are you excited for fans to experience with the movie? I feel like this is a movie you can come to where you can really laugh and enjoy it. You can go with your family, with your friends, and they stressed a lot on the fun and the silliness because it's a fun, kind of silly, dumb adventure with a lot of jokes. And I am hoping that I will be laughing all the way through it, based on Dryman's interview here. There are cinematic moments, and in long form, you can do a lot of things that are bigger than what you can do in a short. So a lot of silly stuff, of course. In terms of the production process, it's interesting. They do say they are finished, Did the final mix for the video, which is the last thing you do. The video portion of it, if it appears on streaming or something. So that was done Wednesday before last week before we left. So basically at the end of May 2025, early June 2025. So that's really fantastic. Our article continues a little bit about Mark Hamill. We will just skip that, but because that's just, voice acting and all that, not really too much of the story. But yeah, very cool. We also have that short that was briefly referenced before, I believe, but if not, it's okay. We have a new short, never before seen SpongeBob short, Order Up, is coming to theaters with Smurfs. So this was announced just before, I believe, the film festival, and they did show it during the film festival. Let's just take a look at this article here. So, are you ready, kids? Nickelodeon's gearing up for a big summer in theaters with the return of the Smurfs, and so on. There will be a little surprise for SpongeBob fans. Collider can exclusively announce that the never-before-seen short SpongeBob Order Up will finally hit the big screen starting July 18th alongside Smurfette's Big Adventure. The news comes ahead of the SpongeBob and Squidward-centric shorts global premiere at the film festival on the heels of the long-running kids show's 25th anniversary last year. A little bit more detail here. Order Up was produced by Nickelodeon Animation in 2011 to 2012. Yet for one reason or another, it has remained locked within the company's archives. I just really wonder how much content is still locked behind the company archives. Just curious, Created with a classic SpongeBob aesthetic and animation, I assume it would have the same art style as, seasons 8 and 9, probably season 8. It centers on the odd couple dynamic between the always optimistic SpongeBob and his perpetually grumpy neighbor, Squidward. During one of their typical shifts at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob annoying his pal is so routine that he literally has it penciled into his calendar. And yet in the short, he is at his most abrasive, overusing the Order Up bell to the point that it drives the squid mad. It's a classic SpongeBob material highlighting an aspect of the series that's been present since Stephen Hillenburg conceived Bikini Bottom in 1999 and features the iconic voices of Tom Kenny and Roger Bumpus as SpongeBob and Squidward. Okay, so the short was co-written by Sean Sharmatz and Paul Tibbitt. It was also executive produced along Hillenburg, along with Vincent Waller and so on. So, yeah. It has premiered. I haven't gotten a chance to see it. I don't think it's online just yet, but I guess we'll just have to wait for July 18th and onward. Hopefully they make this short available on the internet via their official channels as well after it does premiere at the theater with Smurfs, and I will be looking forward to watching it. Okay, so along the lines of new SpongeBob content, we have had quite a few new SpongeBob episodes premiering throughout the month of June 2025. Yep, that's this month. On June 6, 2025, we had episode 317, A and B, Delivery of Doom. SpongeBob was challenged by Evil to make a delivery to their secret lair in 10 minutes or less. And My Father the Boat. Mr. Krabs decides to cheapen out again by operating Pearl's new boat himself. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this pair of episodes have already been on the iTunes store or on Apple TV, so never mind. On June 13, 2025, we had episode 318, Who's Afraid of Mr. Snippers? Squidward and Plankton come together to make their very own stage play, and SpongeBob is cast as the villain. Along with a fish called Sandy, Sandy decides to finally give herself gills so she can truly experience Bikini Bottom, but they come with a strange side effect. 319 premiered on June 20, so that was just a couple days ago, Making Waves. Mr. Krabs and Plankton are forced to spend time together when they accidentally book the same room on a cruise. It kind of reminds me of the one with Squidward and Bubble Bass, huh? And Captain Quasar, the next iteration. SpongeBob and Squidina try to start their very own Captain Quasar fan club after being kicked out of Bubble Basses. We also have the premiere of Season 16. Yeah, that's right, Season 16 already. Episodes 323 to 324 multi-length feature here. SpongeBob and Patrick's Timeline Twist-Up premieres this Friday, June 27, 2025. When Patrick's time closet goes on the fritz, SpongeBob's history is rewritten by time-traveling interlopers. So this is a special episode. Saw the trailer. It was pretty exciting for me, I guess. And yeah, looking forward to watching it. Hope you guys are looking forward to watching it as well. Okay, so 2 more things about video games this time. Now we are here on Nintendo Life. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds officially reveals Nickelodeon Collaboration. Sega has now officially confirmed that SpongeBob SquarePants and other Nickelodeon characters will be racing alongside Sonic and friends in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds when it arrives this September. This news was just shared during the 2025 Nickelodeon KCAs, where, SpongeBob won favorite cartoon, as I said earlier in this video, and they will be part of the game's season pass and will be joined by characters from TMNT and Avatar. This extends to themed vehicles and tracks, including the Paddy Wagon, which is totally appropriate, and the game will be arriving on Switch on Nintendo Switch on 25th September 2025. Switch 2 coming soon. So yeah, very exciting. I'm not sure if I will be playing this, but because I have to buy the whole game in order to do that and get the season pass and all that. But if you already have the games, or if you are going to get the game, the game isn't even out yet. So if you're going to get the game and you're a SpongeBob fan, there's some SpongeBob content in there. So, final order of business. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Now, it's been so long since we had a Nicktoon game, and yeah, it was quite surprising when I saw this, the reveal trailer. This game is published by Game Mill Entertainment, which has been publishing the Nickelodeon games as of late. So yeah, we're not going to watch the trailer in this video because it's a little long, but again, linked in the description box below. They are still in the process of revealing the characters. SpongeBob was the first character that was revealed to be appearing in this Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. The magic begins this fall on PS5, Xbox X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC, Series X and S, I guess. Pick thy portal to purchase, so you can pre-order them now and embark on a fantastical quest with your favorite Nicktoon characters. Get ready for a vibrant, universe-spanning mashup that brings iconic Nickelodeon heroes into a world of fantasy-style tropes and real-time RPG action. Roll the dice and dive into a wild, action-packed adventure with SpongeBob and more Nickelodeon characters. So we can expand the screenshots here. You can see a little bit of SpongeBob, using his bubble attack, getting attacked by one of these enemies, using a spatula as well. There we go. Okay, so we have some of the screenshots. Even his Goofy Goober guitar, that's pretty cool. So this is the artwork so far. They will be revealing more characters from Nicktoons, which, it is a Nicktoons game. Heroes are gathering. Will you be one? Join them here. Game features: play as legendary Nickelodeon characters, fantasy style, each reimagined into classic RPG character classes from Spellcaster and Wizard to Barbarian, Knight, and more. Every hero comes with their own unique powers and weapons. This is a really cool concept, and I have to say I am quite excited to experience this. I'm not really a gamer at all, so I have never played any RPG games, honestly. But because SpongeBob is on the cover, you gotta try it, right? Real-time action-packed battles, explore whimsical worlds, conquer epic boss battles, single player or local co-op for 1 to 4 players. Interesting, so no online co-op in that sense. Level up and customization, and built for Nick fans and action RPG lovers, whether you're a lifelong Nickelodeon fan or a fantasy RPG adventurer. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny blends charm, fast-paced fun, and adventure together in one unforgettable quest. Developed by Petite Fabrique and Fairplay Labs. Alright, so that is all for this video. A little long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very exciting times for SpongeBob, although the 25th anniversary is over. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about today's news, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys again in the next SpongeBob video, coming real soon. Until then, see you guys next time. Bye!